Morning.
Hello, Heroin Witch.
Hey, I'm so sorry we couldn't go yesterday to Beltane. This one's not feeling well, and our little doggy had to have surgery. Tina, but I get to pick her up at 1, so I'm excited. I bet it was really, I bet it was nice.
Mm-hmm. I think it's supposed to do his paws.
Hmm?
When you go live, the other thing you have to do is pause.
Oh.
The scream. Hello, hello.
Hooty hoo! Good morning.
What a week.
What a week. I know for you haven't felt well. And Tina.
Tina more.
And then your sister.
Yeah.
Good
Enjoy.
grief. Enjoy. What a week.
This has been a very active week.
Very, very active.
Ugh. Why is that? Something happened?
Oh yeah, what's he hasn't been popping up anywhere. Let me see.
Yeah,
Pretty
I
sure
mean,
on Facebook.
Let's see. Hopefully, you'll pop up today.
Let me check on his face group. Did he take off his Facebook?
Oh, did not know that. Yes, Brad just said his Facebook is gone.
His face is on the MLK. What is that?
Now, I do know.
Milk carton?
MIA, he's missing in action.
I can't find him on Facebook.
That's what I just said. Did you not hear me?
Let me see. That is strange. No, I don't want threads. I'm trying to go to my messenger.
I do know, like, I've talked to him quite a bit offside. I know his location, or at least where he was a week ago. I can always reach out, but the problem is, I'm pretty sure, wasn't this the week or the time period that he was moving? He was having an issue with them, and he was going somewhere else. I thought he said.
Oh, maybe. Oh, maybe.
I don't like that.
No.
Still comes up for me on Facebook.
Huh, let me see. He removed me. Let's see, Kelvin.
No, it says it's your mutual friend. Everybody's asking about him too. Okay. Y'all got me all worried now. Something was happening this week, or maybe last week when we talked to him. He was having issues with the nursing home.
It doesn't come up for me at all. Weird.
Well, just for the record, it shows right here that he's friends with you. And Aspen and a bunch of people. Well, we're going to have to check into that, because that's... Oh, speaking of, there you go.
Yay! Hey, we were looking for you. Kelvin, you have been summoned.
You have been summoned, sir.
By the energy of the group.
That is how you do it.
That is crazy.
We haven't seen a presence for a minute. We were getting out we're getting ready to do the ride at dawn. I was like, I think I remember where he might be or was. We'll start a party. That was fun. Funny, like in the...
That's a good thing.
Not synchronicity. What we just... correspondence. I forgot it. Somebody said the word yesterday. So, before we get full going, y'all, I just want to share out the two things I think you probably already know. We do have a dog in emergency surgery yesterday. So that made it difficult to do Apocrypha last night. And then I also have shingles that are getting worse by the day. And it is hard to sit still for too long in one place. So you'll see me moving around a lot. And I'm trying to be on the move, but also not make it worse. So just sharing that bit of it because, yeah, a lot has been going on yesterday, so we couldn't do Apocrypha. That was actually my point. Now that I got to it, I talked to Adius last night and just was kind of like, I'll do the show, but I'm having a really hard time, and there's a lot going on this week. But that's the main reasons I did ask him to move to cancel last night. So if you guys missed that show, that did not get missed. So comments on so I don't like it personally, but only because of the way it makes my mouth look. It doesn't look like me.
I like it.
Do you think it looks like I like it, but do you think it looks like me?
I mean,
so Rook made our new starting soon screen.
I think so.
And keep talking about shit weeks. We're all going to get all of this out today.
This week was
because I got to get it
all
out.
All the bitches.
I think we should all go around. Friday was such a crazy. No, sorry, I'm switching to like 5 things. Let's go back. Sunday Circle, and this is why I think I don't have ADHD according to the test, because I can go back and pick up, and I'm not stressed about it.
And I cannot.
Yes. What do you think about the new Live Now screen? Rook made it just this morning. Our old one, I'm sure I know what happened. I've been trying to move space on my hard drives. I think I deleted them or moved them to a different place. Actually, as a matter of fact, I know I did. So new Sunday Circle Live music by The Relaxed Movement. I'm going to go back to that. And then we're going to go into we're going to have a bitch session. That's what we're going to do.
A bitch.
We're just going to have a bitch session for a minute.
Thank you.
I want to bitch and complain and get it out a little bit because there's so much going on. I think we can all do that maybe very quickly because it sounds like everybody's had kind of a rough week, or at least part of a rough week. So we can get that out magically. So this is actually a magic practice of mine. I even do it at my work with my work group. I was starting to say that earlier. This Friday, my employees, we started a bitch session for us. And we're like, we're not going to call it, but I'm going to tell you guys it starts with a B. And they go, you mean bitch session? I'm like, yes. Bitchy. So we're going to do our town hall, and I want us to come into this room as a team, and I want us to just, Brian, you really fucking pissed me off today, and this is why. And you know what? Everything sucked today, and I can't stand these people, and just get it all out. And afterwards, at the end of it, I said, guys, was this helpful? And they said, no. I said, well, let me ask you, do you feel better? She's like, oh, we feel a lot better. I'm like, okay, good. So we're going to do that every 2 weeks. We're going to have our little town hall, and I think we need one for us, too, here. But from a magical perspective, we talk about like magical and the mundane. That's kind of what's in my head. Having a bitch session is a very good thing, but what's important about it psychologically, and I think when you're doing like magically, is if you have to set a time frame, you have to stick to it, and when you're done, you have to actually leave it. Otherwise, the magic didn't work. So from a magic perspective, I like to have a little bit of a good little candle or fire going, because I like to say we're burning it all off into the energy. This is magical burning of negativity back into the universe, so it can be grounded and moved where it needs to go. So we're gonna do I say we max out at 10 minutes. So at 10:05, we cannot bitch anymore, in case we need a little bit more time. But I want to start the bitching because I've been bitching a little bit already. I have fucking shingles, which sucks, and it keeps getting worse, but I'm surviving. My sister had a very significant surgery this week for cancer, and she's doing well. Joy had her knee surgery this week, right? That was Wednesday. And is doing well. And then, unfortunately, Tina, the Chihuahua, had a really rough couple days, and she has had emergency surgery yesterday, but she's doing really well, so we're picking her up this morning.
These fucking Samoyeds.
Yes, because of the freaking Samoyeds.
Oh, God, I didn't wait. Yeah, I waited 5 minutes.
I didn't. I'd already said bitch like 8 times. We're capped. So that's my bitch session.
Let's see.
And it doesn't matter how small something is. Y'all need to bitch too. This isn't a competition. This is a get it out. I'm burning it right out into the universe. It's gone.
I feel lately that my boss is overbearing, micromanaging, and suffocating.
That's new.
Mm-hmm.
I loved her.
And I wonder if it is me before I say something to her, or if it's her, or if it's even worth it. But I know that I'm a little bit defensive. I honestly don't like to be questioned, so that could be part of the problem. But we'll see.
Well, that sucks. So we need to make sure.
Hope you don't.
That you figure out whether that's a problem or not. Gout is extremely painful. Thankfully, there's good treatment for it.
Oh man. You and our other friend.
There's quite a few things that you can do to make it a little bit better sometimes. But that sucks. Angelo having a bitch session.
Only 10 minutes of bitching.
I
don't know if it's really gout. I hope you get relief for it.
Is it on both sides or one side? And the only way to really tell if it's gout, by the way, is you have to get some lab work on a diagnosis. So, but usually speaking, gout hits differently. It'll hit one side one week and a different side a different week. So it's usually inconsistent, asymmetrical, not always, but usually. Most people report that even just touching the appendage makes it scream out in pain. And usually it feels to you really hot and uncomfortable. But when others, if they were to touch your foot, then it doesn't feel a whole lot of heat that way. Because it's like, it feels like it's on fire to you, but it doesn't feel hot if somebody else were to touch it. And it is extremely painful. I'm trying to think. There's a lot of medicines and foods and things that can cause gout to get worse. I'm interested, if I don't forget, to research whether kava has any impact on gout, because alcohol does. Anything that creates, I can't remember if it's purines or pyrimidines, but it's one of those two from school that I can barely remember. Whatever food gets broken down into that is bad for you. I know coffee is not really good if you have gout. There are certain foods to avoid, and it goes away. Beer is really not good. Beer specifically is not good, not necessarily just alcohol. But yeah, you probably do. You know, I did this week where I'm like, I'm not going to go to the doctor. I'm not going to go to the doctor. I'm not going to complain. I just have to deal with this. And I'm thinking, why not? I have insurance for a reason. I'm going to go to the freaking doctor. Ben wants to say hi.
Good morning, Twisted.
Good morning,
hey, Benny boy. I hope that you get some relief for that whatever's going on, because I can imagine that's it's not cool. Come here, Bubby. You want to come to me or him?
Yeah.
I hold you like a baby.
Well, Twisted, we are doing a bitch session right now. This is our magical and mundane burning off of all the stuff we're just really pissed off about. And then after we burn it off, we have until 10:04. And if we haven't burnt it off by then, we'll have to do a different one, because this is a controlled and barriered process. So if you have something you just want to bitch about, this is a moment to do it. So far, we've had health,
work,
cancer sucks, work,
bosses,
gout, shingles, Tina's surgery. But I can't bitch about that because they were there and she's good.
Mama.
But what I can bitch about is the dogs that caused the problem in the first place. This
motherfuckers.
Samoyeds. It's not that we don't love them.
Good morning.
Morning unexplained.
UP in the house. Welcome.
Yes, I started doing it, Twisted. I was just saying I started doing it at work. This Friday we had our first, and we call it a town hall. My boss is not allowed to come. It's just me and the specialists. And we literally just bitch and complain. My boss wants us to be more positive as a team. So one of my first things that I tried to do is get people to like, I need 3 positives on our weekly call. That's not working really well. They're just getting sad and disappointed. So before the meeting, we now have our bitch session where we can just spit it all out and be like, I'm freaking hate this administrator down at Lely Palm Sniff. He's just a jerk and an asshole and I can't stand him. And just let us get it all out. Right?
I like it. I'm gonna adapt it, copy it, steal it.
Twisted, did you catch that?
What?
Nothing.
What? Why is the recording like?
I hope you caught that. If not, you need to go rewind it and check it
Can I take
again.
my medicine real quick? I feel weird.
I mean, you can do whatever you want.
I'm gonna run take it real fast.
You're a big boy.
Go through verbal and mental abuse.
Yeah, he does. I literally was talking about like if we were like really pissed off at that administrator. Okay, good. Good. I'm glad you got it. He just missed it completely. It's great. I love that. It makes me happy. What else is there to bitch about? Hootless Me Too. 1,000%. I have technically 6 people that report to me, but 3 of them also have a direct line to my boss. It's kind of like a V shape. So it's a strange situation sometimes, and they get really upset because they'll go to my boss to talk about stuff, and then they're like, "I'm so sorry, I went around you." I'm like, "That's what she's there for." You know, I don't take it personal. If I'm not doing my job, that's something else. But we got 2 minutes left. 2 minutes, y'all. What else you got? The ruling on mailing of contraceptives. Is that a Florida thing or is that like larger? Well, yeah, I get it. That's no fun. But that sounds like a Florida thing to do. We're going to transition.
What is that? This people that report. Am I the one that gets more stressed from about the people who report to me than the person? No, that's correct. Look, and in my may I feel you?
You sound like a politician. Look.
No, I know I gotta stop that. What I've noticed is my managers that report to me are more of a problem than the nurses, CNAs, therapists, dietary aides, housekeepers, laundry, etc. The managers are the problem that report to me.
Well, also,
I could wring their fucking necks.
Most managers are put into positions before they've ever been prepared to be in that position.
Totally incompetent for what they're doing. Yeah.
It's all about. I mean, I don't even know if it's incompetence, other than they get picked because it's easy and think they're doing them a service. And yeah, it's kind of crazy.
Yeah. And I just want to say I'm having some delicious blueberry cobbler coffee.
Hootless, I gotta read up on this one. This looks fun. I have one lady on my team who's trying to convince me I'm living in sin and demonically oppressed. Oh, yay. That sounds fun. Keep it fresh and austere from the religion, but she's committed. That shit pisses me off.
I'm living in sin and demonically oppressed. Well, if you can tell me, how do I get that way? How do I get possessed?
What's the pathway?
How do you get there? What's that pathway? Tell her you can help her if she'd like to join. And steer her to the conversation away from religion.
Hootless, I'm really close to that. I have been in management for pretty close to what would have been 2012. So 14, 15 years, something like that. And honestly, I've literally thought about just going back to being a nurse at a building, at a skilled nursing or something, because it's like, what's the point anymore?
Like, and you have to check everything lately. Like, something as stupid as fucking Friday, being told that like literally, okay, we were having some new light fixtures put in rooms, and like being told, the residents, patients are out of the room because they had to be, they'd be in the way. Oh, they're out. And then the head of the construction project called me saying they're not out of bed, and going down there, they're not out of bed. You have to fucking check everything sometimes. That's what's exhausting for me. Like, you have to go on the word of people that should know better, but don't always validate. They just spout off answers like it's done.
Yep. It is 10:05. Let's go make sure everybody else got their ability to finish.
Everybody
I know.
get their bitch out.
Kelvin, roommate's an asshole. Well, screw your roommate. We don't like him. Yep.
The good old days getting beat by a 90-year-old.
Nuns in the mid-60s. Yes, Angelo. That is fun.
Nuns? Though this is.
Yeah,
used to love managing people and developing them. But lately,
yeah,
shifting my attitude.
I agree with that. And I think for me, I can't speak for anybody else, but the shift is now my team right now. They're amazing. I am very lucky to have the team that I have right now. So this isn't about them, where I'm at in my head. But when I go into a building and I just see, individuals that are just trying their hardest and working their butts off to get stuff done and nothing's moving. Yeah, you're spinning your wheels. It's kind of like, let somebody else deal with that.
Oh, my mom. Good morning. It's my mom.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Well, you just missed the bitch session.
Oh, we had a 10-minute bitch session, Mom. That's my real mom.
Yeah.
Susan Chin.
But we officially said that we weren't going to go over the time frame, so we had to have a barrier, so we had to stop. What else we got? I don't know if I still love managing people or not. I'm very lucky to have a team that is really, really good. You know what I mean? So I don't feel that right at the moment. But just in general, hearing what some of the other managers do, I was like, really? Like, ooh, I feel bad. Because they could do so much better. Oh, I forgot I had a slideshow today.
A slideshow? What do you mean?
Yeah, I made a slideshow. I'm going to transition the slideshow and see if it goes for you guys.
Oh, that's nice.
Because we had a topic. What was the topic?
Oh, just general. The tarot cards that won't leave you alone. What speak to you. Pathways. How you started. Where you're at now.
How did you start to where you're at now?
What else? Intuition. And on that, like, how do you know if it's really intuition or like overthinking kind of thing? I know Hootless said, well, that's a lot to cover. I was like, yeah. We'll just touch each one, a little scotch of each one. Just a scotch.
Ambitious when I read it. I was like, oh. Well, just intuition.
Your intuition. Follow your heart, baby. You know that one, right? Jewel?
I do.
Alright. So the slideshow, so what's this about? Your slideshow.
It was just supposed to depict, I had to use, common public license. So I just searched for anything that is path specific or tool specific to the craft.
Oh, tools. That was the other thing. Like, what tools do you have on your altar that you don't ever use?
So let's go with that real fast. The first one is going to be, where did you start and where are you now? And do you like it? That's my favorite altar out of all of them.
Ooh, I need to do some altar.
We do. All right, so that was it for the slideshow. I meant to run it too earlier, but we're going to try to make a moving intro and see what happens. I got hiccups again. Oh, I had hiccups so bad last night. I wanted to scream.
Have you been reading anything?
I have been reading anything. I actually started when When God Speaks.
Oh, that's
So Hootless was the recommender for that one.
Is it When God Speaks or God Speaks Again?
Yeah, that's it. God
Speaks
again.
Yeah. The Baha'i. How do you say
the
it?
Baha'i.
The
Baha'i. So it so far it's very intense. Like, it starts right into here's the thing, here's what you do here, so I kind of like that. That's very nice. So I started that one. I'm still reading Twice by Mitch Albom. That was one my boss actually recommended. And then of course the Flowering Wand, which I can't find, and one other one that I have on deck too to kind of pick from. When I travel, I like to pick between different books. Yeah, and I'll be honest, like I so far the first 5 pages was kind of like, whew, this feels indoctrination-ish. It felt like a Christian book, but I kept going just a few more pages and I'm like, okay, that's just explaining something in that first section. It's not really the way that I was taking it. So far so good. I'm gonna finish it. But it is a very neat topic. Baha'i.
Yeah.
What?
It looks interesting. Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna do not a vagus nerve stimulation, an ADHD thing that you're gonna need to start doing.
Okay.
You're gonna get a notebook, piece of paper, or your digital book, or even a Word, something. And when something comes up in chat, you're gonna mark it off to the side, so that we can come back to it.
To the side.
Because you completely broke everything when you wanted to say something to somebody and couldn't, because you're trying not to interrupt.
Oh, but I didn't interrupt. That's progress.
That is progress.
So give me.
But I saw your face.
Things on that.
So you need to have something. So like you would just write down Book of Baphomet.
Oh, so I don't forget. Yeah, that's actually good.
Because when you go back up and you see stuff, it gets confusing because we have a delay. So we have about a 10 to 15 second delay. It's the only way we can get the quality to be consistent. So it's hard for us because sometimes I move on to the next topic and people are still hearing what we were done talking with in real time because it's a little bit delayed. So, but yes, Baha'i, Baha'i, I think is how he said it. Seems very interesting. I'm going into it with an open mind. I'm not looking to change anything. I just want to learn about it to see what it is and speak on it. So, yeah. After that, though, what did you think of the Book of Baphomet? I had some good and I had lots of feedback for that one. So that'll be interesting. But while we're doing that, don't forget to pop in the chat. What do you like? What if you want to? You don't have to. What did you start? Like, did you start for me? Started Southern Baptist, and then I went right to being Wiccan for a good stretch, and then I backed down into what I call just paganism, with a mix of different pantheons, Celtic, but kind of a Norse flair to it that I'm still growing into. So, yeah. But so we'll have that conversation at the same time. So keep that underneath. But I agree. I did like the book. I was shocked that it actually had punctuation in it. Because if you've ever seen him write any sentence or paragraph, there's not a punctuation mark in the thing. So thank you to his editor. Because that was rough, I'm sure. Now, the one big complaint that we both had, I think, is the book binding itself, like physically. It made it hard to read some of the stuff, and it's just, you could tell it was cheap. You almost had to rip the spine off to get to some of the words. It reminded me so much of my practice with Dionysus, but with the different flair to it. So overall, I liked it. I thought it was good.
I have not read this week. I've been working on projects, Be Kind Witch videos, editing our encyclopedia first video, which I'll be glad when we can post that. I think it'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah, we should be able to post
like
too.
It. Yep. And then on another project, Distracted and Enchanted, kind of like for those of us that are distracted and enchanted, I'll just leave it at that for now. Cool, and I'm going to ask you guys if you like it and would see it continued or just be a one-time video, and then we'll go from there. So I've been doing. I have not been reading. Not even Name of the Wind. But I've been working.
Sacrilege. Yeah, our weekend read time has really been cut up by video mostly. But also we've had some issues with the dog family, of course, like we said. And this is the longest I think I've sat still anywhere, and I'm on fire.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not supposed to. I cannot complain about that anymore. I let it go. I burned it. Gotta remind yourself. Um. All right, let's go back up a little bit.
I started as Baptist,
Grand Rising, Care Bear.
and then later was and still Universal Unitarian Universalist, and then for the pagan aspect, started with Wicca. You know, I'm just eclectic.
That's that's a. I think a lot of it. I did miss the like the bardic kind of impression. Just very naturistic. I think is the easiest way for me. I like unexplained. Completely agree. There was one trope that just kept bothering me. The one big. I don't want to even call it a complaint because it's not. It's a literary device, but it was just overused a bit. Which is it's this. It's not that it's this. It's this. It's not that it's this. It's this. It's not that it's this. It's this. And it's kind of like, okay, we need to break that up a little bit. But that is nitpicky, to be honest. But that was just that was literally my only real complaint about it. So that was kind of that, yeah. So let's see, we're going back here. Dragon, yeah, you mentioned that. Jehovah's Witness, atheist for a short time. Taoism.
Oh, cool.
That is awesome.
Who's that? Southern Baptist.
Yeah.
That is a cousin of mine. Yes, it is. I can't remember the name.
Dragon, that is so true. You get to the point where you're just doing your thing. That's really awesome. Looks like Twisted started as a Quaker and still am, but using your own approach. Best way to do it, I think. I feel like Baha'i is going to talk a little bit about that, being, you know, it's an approach. You have to approach God in one way or another. Oh yeah, agree, Hootless. I'll talk about Dionysus in a minute. Kelvin's mom was Christian, dad was an atheist. Brother and I came from our parents. So you guys, yeah, I mean that makes sense. And I mean, you consider yourself a Satanist or like specific your left hand path, or what's the other one? Like Luciferian? Is there a specificness to that? Just curious. You probably said it before. Care Bear, same.
Left hand path, but I could be wrong.
I think so too. I don't know if it's specifically
answer.
Satanists.
No, I don't think so. I think he's left hand path.
Because the left hand path has a big influence on me too. I'll be honest. In current life, like the last 5 years, left hand path has had the biggest impact on putting myself back as a pillar of importance again. So while I don't consider myself to be left hand path, I would seriously fight for anybody who is, because it really reminded me, it's like, wait a minute, you are important. You can't put yourself last every time. You know? So I feel like good putting a little bit more of myself back into my focus. Didn't grow up with organized, basically told to believe whatever. I'm pretty much still the same. I love it.
I like it.
Unexplained, if you cared to share, do you have any leanings? Like you maybe believe there's something out there, but you don't know what it is, or like
I wonder what he'd say.
Like the aliens, because I do believe this somehow. I don't know for sure, but I do feel in my heart that this isn't the first or a planet we've been on. Our species somehow, whether we're progenited from the aliens or they're procuring us, I don't know, but something tells me that gods and aliens might have a lot more in common than we think. And with that, Dionysus. So, I think because when I first heard the name Dionysus, well, let me back up even further. When I was Wiccan, Dionysus was my first, and then we separated for a really long time, and then I've kind of, it sounds weird saying it that way, we're catching back up now in a very different way, a very more adult way. So Dionysus is often seen as the what's the word, the partier, like the bringer of revel, you know, with the Maionids, who are just, they go completely berserk and orgies and just completely raw and just whatever goes, like almost satanic. It's actually considered that a lot in some texts. But Dionysus, when I first met with Dionysus, it was that kind of androgynous, kind of like doesn't give a matter, don't give a fuck about gender, very fluid, very open energy that I was seeking. So I was working with that, and then I was like, who would be the god of gay people? Because at that point in my life, I was in the middle of coming out and all that stuff. Specifically gay men, and that Dionysus was the first thing that came up. I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna go with that, and it did. It went very well. It was very helpful to my growth at the time. Oh, Bubby, that hurts. I'm sorry.
Bubby Run, come here, Bubby Run.
It was very, very helpful to have that experience. Then, now, I consider my actual patron deity to be Cernunnos, but also the Green Man, because it's not just Cernunnos; it's all the iterations of what could be a Green Man. Now, preface that with, I know there's a lot of things coming out lately about how the Green Man was just invented, currently too, but literarily it was. But we know that there's a separate history from that, but that's a whole nother show. And then with Dionysus energy, lately it's been a much more aggressive. And so I'm learning a whole new side of Dionysus about being between two worlds, being the outcast, because he was not really allowed to be a true Olympian because, he was born half mortal, and I think it was Hera tried to kill him, and he was born out of Zeus's leg because Zeus sewed him into his thigh to incubate him. So it shows a male giving birth, so there's a lot of trans and a lot of support for gay people, but also for things that are liminal and transitional, because I believe trans people are very liminal beings, very magical, just like everybody, but there's something special to that.
Lucian.
Yeah, and that all goes to the Green Man to me, because I know it's not like the Green Man doesn't mean all male, entities, but I see things through that lens of the Green Man, and Loki fits very well to Green Man energy, just the younger trickster kid part of him. But what I'm actually interacting with, Hootless, to get into that, and then I want to stop for a minute because I don't want to suck up all the time. But when I interact with an energy, in my head, I do see them kind of in a humanistic form, but I feel it like to me it's just an energy. I think I've said it before with Caradwyn, who's one of the either Celtic or Welsh, I think Welsh specifically, that I love working with, because she is to me what a strong mother would be. Like, she'll kill you if you're stupid, like she'll smite you, but she'll be like, but I love you and kittens are cute, and you're my baby, so I'm gonna do everything for you, but if something gets messed up, I'm going to smite you and burn you to a crisp with the snap of my fingers, or eat you. So, but I don't see a woman stirring a cauldron in the sky, or when I'm meditating, it just feels like an energy with a tag on it, and that tag feels like what my brain has tagged as Dionysus. And then when I connect those things, I kind of see him as a person, but it's hard to explain it if you're getting what I'm putting down. It's like I image them as a person to get the energy in and to work with it, but it's not an actual person that I'm really working with. Like, it's weird to explain, but I think my brain creates it as a person so that I can make sense with it. If that's easier to say. I've had a really hard time expressing that for a long time. Joy has helped me with that a little bit, trying to express what that energy is. But yes, I know you can hear a cat meowing, and you want to just eat it all up because you're mean. It is. It's really difficult for me. The first time I ever saw a deity, it was absolutely a human form, but I just know that it's not human. And it can change, like it can morph. I don't know how else to explain it, but I'm driving it. If you think of even further in my belief system, though, I don't even know that I'm calling out to Dionysus. Dionysus is a thing. I kind of feel like when I call out to Dionysus as a patron, that's when Dionysus forms. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. I'm pulling out the energy, like, I don't know, think of it as like a key lock, and I have a key, and I'm putting a key out into the world, and Dionysus is lock, and that is who you get, because that's the match. Because I'm pulling that energy out into this Dionysus being to work with it, and then it goes back into the universe. And then when I work with Caradwin, I'm pulling Caradwin's keys out, and they're coming together, and this is now the Caradwin for me. And then when I'm not using her, she goes back up, and Santa Muerta comes down. She has her own energy signature, and my brain makes her look a certain way because of images, and then it kind of goes back, and that's that. I don't know the difference between a deity energy and a planetary energy because I haven't really thought of it specifically, and I've never considered them to be similar. If we're talking about just planetary energy in an astrological way, then that's one thing. But if we're talking about it like in a Roman god and Greek god way, that could be different. Because I think humans applied those energies to the planets, but I think the planets have their own energy that's separate. Again, I think of it just as like it's part of the universe. So energy has been precipitated out of the universe or flocked out into a ball called the Mars. And Mars, the god's energy, matched that energy and they resonate together. So that's how we humanize that energy so that we can use it. That's a good one. That's a Discord topic. Because my brain is flip-flopping in 80 different directions, which is a good thing. Isn't he soft?
He's so soft.
That dog. He has never had a bath in his life, and he is just soft.
I love that. What Angela wrote. The real question is whether we're alive before death.
The real question is not whether life exists after death. The real question is whether you are alive before death. Ooh, if we're talking about, I like that too. I want to go into that, but before we go into that, I want to go into that, and I want to continue this conversation, but I don't want to usurp the whole thing. Do you have anything else you want to share about your path? Because if not, I want to dive into this stuff a little bit.
I think whether it's always been like Baptist with God and Jesus, or going into Unitarian Universalism and different things, and then paganisms, I've always felt it like a connection to an energy. I haven't really visualized like a certain thing, but more so what I was calling out to that thing for. You know what I mean? It's more like a felt connected energy versus me seeing any or picturing anything. Except for like Ganesha, you know, like that one.
But see, I kind of think
a look.
See if you agree with me on this. Like that Caradwin statue is what I see, because the Caradwin statue is the first thing I remember as Caradwin. But that's not because that's what Caradwin looks like. That's because my human brain needs something to attach onto, because it can't understand what that energy looks like by itself, right?
Yeah.
So the big universal cloud of morphy goo, the Caradwin energy gets pulled out and coalesced into Caradwin in my brain as an energy to work with. But that's only because my brain can't imagine what the god looks like and what that energy looks like, and then it goes back up into it for me. So that's why, like, when people ask me, it's like, well, the green man's really not this thing. I'm like, but it is for me. And people get really frustrated. Well, that's not true. So you can't do For you, I get it. You need that rigidity. I don't. I pull out the energies, and it's like playing the right chord on a keyboard. If you play a C chord, you get Caradwin. If you play the F chord, you get Carnunos. And sometimes you play them both together, and you're using, you know what I mean? I don't know if that makes any sense. Yeah.
The last few years since we've studied the left-hand path, it comes to me right away, and I see myself as having to do things.
Yeah.
Which I like better. Take responsibility, do things. You know,
very much.
Get out there, and that's been the past 2 or 3 years or so.
Yeah.
So
that's very cool.
That tracks, Twisted.
I had a hard time, Hootless too, really figuring it out as far as how I look at deities, but I think your question there, struggling how to think of planets and deities and how to reconcile one with the other, that's the logical side of your brain, because I have that same real difficulty, but I don't
Like a baby.
want to reconcile them anymore. Like, that's maybe what's changed, is I don't need to reconcile them, because the energy that we need as humans comes to us because we are energetic beings too. We have to learn how to let go enough so that things can come to us. When I was talking about Dionysus, the first time I ever really saw and interacted with Dionysus, I was 14, 15 years old. And Dionysus looked like what I saw as Dionysus in a book, because that's what my brain used to create that image. But there's still an energy of Dionysus that got pulled out. And when I work with Dionysus, for example, it's always through meditation. I really have to get to a place that's really hard to get to sometimes, or used to be. But binaural beats, we've talked about this. That's right now. If I put binaural beats on with the right brainwave, just the tones. I don't need any other music, just the tones. I literally feel like I'm falling into the earth and I'm just gone. And I am just something completely different for that time frame. And that's when I can go and see, Carnunos at the foot of the tree, of the door that goes into the, into the tree that takes you into the underworld and all that stuff. It's just very strange.
Let me explain when you're done something.
Yeah. But reconciling planets and deities, I don't think need to, because I think that they're different things. Planets are physical manifestations. Deities are a different type of energetic. They're higher vibration, so they're not physical, which means that the assigning of a god to a planetary energy is not the same thing. I just think they're resonant. One's the physical plane, one's the astral plane or the energetic plane, and they're separate but tagged. They're tagged because of humans. Egregoric might actually be a really good way to say it. I think we've talked about this before, and that's been said. So I'm gonna shut up now, though. Go to your thing.
So let me explain about my comment to Twisted. If you ever have an outcome you don't want to occur, do not let her know about it. If she thinks about it or speaks it, it usually will happen. So I tend to not allow her any access to my certain things in my life, because she has ruined my vacation.
She will.
As one thing. A couple of years ago.
And she laughs about it.
She laughs, but I'm not laughing.
You learn.
Mm-hmm. So I just don't share. Please, I don't share certain things with her that I want or don't want. If she starts up, I just tell her, please stop talking.
You really should consider her, though. I have a tarot for her. Is that the...
I wish she would do it for like things you'd like to happen.
Well, I mean, she will.
She needs to learn to...
But you're not supposed to ask her for those things. You're not supposed to ask her for those things. That she's supposed to be taking care of the downtrodden.
Yeah.
So not the people who want a porcelain gold-plated toilet.
I don't know any of those, but yeah. You want revenge on your girl? Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, it's
yes, that's very true.
There's a card that I think goes really well with Santa Muerta, the Two of Swords, which y'all have heard me say is the shit or get off the pot card. You decide. You have all the information you're gonna get. You feel blindfolded. You don't think you're not gonna be able to do what you want to do, but just get over it, because you got to do it, or you're going to fall apart. You have to make a decision. Good thing is, any decision you make is the right one.
That is awesome, Susie. That's a great way to be. Great way to be.
Yep. I love that. I think that's probably what really opened me up too, was when I was raised Southern Baptist. When I remember my grandmother used to make me go to church, and one day she said, all you do when you go there and you just look really upset and pissed off. I'm like, if you don't want to come, you don't have to come. So I stopped going. And just her giving me that opportunity to think on my own for a second, I was like, oh, well, I know it's important to her, so I started going back because it was important to her, and it made her feel good. But I just had started making my own stuff, and I still believe that God is there. I believe in something. I like to pull from it. My mom even said the same thing. When she asked me, when I said, do you believe in God? I said, I believe in something much bigger than us, and I think you call it God, and I think that's what it is for you, and I believe it. And she goes, okay, I don't care, as long as you believe something. Well, I do have some atheist friends that don't, but they're really good people. So my kratom's kicking in. I'm getting hyper. So let's see. Religious person... the one who has seen that existence is miraculous. Dive into it, celebrate it, make a festival out of it, sing, dance. Don't try to solve it. Fair. And I have... Oh, show again. Yeah. We need to make a way to clip these thoughtful things that make you think. Snippets. Angela, I live on euphemisms and quotes from people, and I know they don't apply to everything all the time, but when used and thought through, it's a really, really great conversation. But what I really like about that is, celebrate it and make a festival out of it. Like, we go to festivals to celebrate things, but we can make, and I know it's not specifically what he's talking about here, but just remind me, we can make festival out of anything that we can choose, and we can actually make something work right here for us if we don't have all the things right the way we want them. Or can you get her out? She's mad because she either didn't get fed. Did you feed her? That's why she's mad. That little dog will yap until we go get her something. But that is kind of like the bitch fest this morning, right? It's that to me was a little bit of a festival. That was us dancing around the fire together as a community. Get it all out and be like, let's burn this shit up and move on and have something that takes us next and gives us a little bit of stress relief. We hang on to the wrong thing sometimes. Too many times. I've tried the positive outcome side and I'm still working on it. It's just not as strong for me, if it makes sense. It does. I agree. Care Bear, that's really cool. When you say working with your subconscious, are you working it from like a Freudian thing, like a Jungian idea? I'm a huge fan of Carl Jung, and a lot of the things that he tried to pull together. So just curious.
She's eating now.
I know, she wanted her food.
She wanted her food, Mama.
And guess what? She got it.
She got it.
Ma Petite gets what she wants. Holy mother. That's painful.
Said, and I'm still working. You keep on working.
Jungian.
Keep on working, Twisted.
If you ever want to get on a conversation about Jungian stuff, I'm not an expert. I'm not a Jungian analyst, but I listen to tons of Jungian podcasts. They are dry. One of them is actually one of the main ones that does this. The Jungian podcast is in Virginia Beach, where I used to live, where I grew up. Oh. But I have all the black books, the red books, Man and His Symbols, great book, dream books. So I'm a huge fan of that way of thinking. But yeah, mixing that with my magic life is pretty much my entire, that and hermetics and witchcraft are my, and I think witchcraft is the most fun thing and most misunderstood thing ever. Crafting is witchcraft. You're creating something out of nothing, out of not nothing, but out of its constituent parts and putting your will out there. And guess what? When you align your will with your actions, shit happens.
And changing things, and the biggest transformation is within yourself. Often, I think, and then
that's true. Alchemy.
In doing so, you change things.
Yep. What principle is that?
The universe is mental.
No, well, yes, but
the
as above, so
mental,
below.
As above and so below.
Right? You change your insides, you change
vibration.
Your outsides.
It could be a change in vibration.
You change your mindset. Guess what? Your physical changes. Yep. Words and thoughts are absolutely spells. The strongest spells ever.
Nothing is still. Everything moves. Everything vibrates. Yep. You know that one.
That was number 4.
Yeah.
Or was that 3?
That was 3.
Yeah.
And so we've got to get those.
My favorite one's coming up.
Kybalions done because we've got a lot of stuff that we're gonna be able to share and post. I'm excited because we're getting some stuff.
We've committed to a weekly post, a weekly video, in addition to this one. What would be the best day to put it out? What do you guys think?
Usually like Wednesday. I don't know.
That's what I'm thinking because we're doing Sundays.
Hermetics. We got Hermetics. We have the Kybalion. Mm-hmm. We have Ink, Ash, and Witchcraft, which is the encyclopedia.
Oh, so much fun.
And then we have Be Kind Witch, which I put weekly. That's a short though.
So we're doing a lot of weekly stuff. So we're getting some videos stocked up so that we can pattern them.
And depending on how you guys like and what you think of it, it's all based on your feedback.
Yep.
For Detached and Enchanted, which I've got to get out soon. I'm actually working on filming that one today, hopefully, and edit, and maybe this week to get it up. Detached and Enchanted.
Her Own Witch. Is it the huge one? Because I have it's like this big. I think mine's is similar, where it has the German in it. I don't know if it's like page for page, but it's a huge book. That is so cool. We got to talk about that.
And then maybe
we need to have a Jungian podcast. That would be kind of neat.
If we're learning from you.
And
don't feel that anymore.
Now that Tina's going to be healing, she's doing really well and eating.
Yeah, the surgeon said, well, he laughed, goes, She's eaten several times since we got all that out of her stomach.
I bet she has.
Poor baby.
So as soon as she gets better, Tina's tarot is starting. We don't know what we're going to call it yet, but she's going to be talking about. Tina talks about tarot and things that piss her off.
I was thinking
That's
Tina's
it.
tirades, but tirade, I don't know.
Oh, we'll get that's a little
But
much.
what is it? Tina's
We'll get to it.
tarot.
Tina's tarot and things that piss me off.
Yeah, and she's gonna actually pull the cards. She's gonna with her.
But you got to order the deck first.
You have to order the deck. So there's a lot of things coming up.
Yes. Oh, yeah. That is so cool. I'm all about books. Like I like to find like I have like a Boy Scouts manual from 1909. I have the complete anatomy book of syphilis from 1850, like the actual book. I love books.
Alchemy and Ashes, is that one of those you got there?
Yeah. Alchemy and Ashes before they closed.
Oh, that was a cool store. Thank you, Twisted. Thank you,
Yes.
Mama.
Let me go back up a little bit to make sure we didn't miss anything.
And some interviews. You know, I've got a couple of interviews that I'm
Subconscious.
going to do.
It's weird to think heads of state used to be defined prior to Christianity. Do you think that was a sensible practice or pure? No.
Really political.
Purely political. I think, judging from what I know about stuff in general, Mom wants to come out now. That's a demanding chihuahua, I'm telling you. You know, with Catholicism, actually, if I'm not mistaken, and I'm learning this from Adius, so I'm not fact checking here. I think it's true. Started out as a political party. If that's the case, like even before it was political, but religion was not meant to be political. I know I'm getting off on a tangent now, but man, it should be politics should be based on what your stance is on how things should be done. Unfortunately, people define what they think should be done based on religion. And unfortunately, religion is not a way to run a country. Religion is a way to engage social. To me, it has a lot more things than that, but that's, I don't consider myself religious at all because it requires to me for you to be a student of this thing that you have to learn, and I'm just not willing to do that. Dogma scares me. But yeah, weird to think heads of state used to be deified. Okay, I did read that wrong. But yes, absolutely. I get it now. That makes more sense. We need to make this a little bit bigger because I cannot see it. This is bad, y'all. Alright, that's better. I can actually read now. I went too far back now. The large edition. That is so cool. Yeah. Definitely a book hoarder. We're trying to build one. If you can see behind us, like we got to find out now. We want to get another built-in shelf that goes all the way around the ceiling, so we can get all of our trinkets up, so we can have room for more books. Because we have a whole nother room full of them that we can't get out, and I like them on display. I want them out. When we get a commune going, which is still in my brain to do, there will be a central house that's going to be about 20 foot in diameter, and it's just going to be window book on the whole wall. Hey,
From
stop
the
it.
windows
And I want it to be a
to
round
the walls.
room. I want it to be a round room where there's a big round thing in the middle that you sit on. Sorry, I went way off on a tangent there. The kratom's kicking in.
I like the kratom.
It's funny, you guys can see exactly what kratom does to me from the beginning of the show to now, because that's it. I hope I didn't miss anything. You guys have been talking a lot. I appreciate that. So if I missed something, point it out. Yeah, like we have like my shelf to my left is nothing but herbs and oils. And I want to build a cabinet that I can put all this stuff in separately so that I can put more books out. Care Bear, I wonder if you're interested about if you've ever heard me talk about the synoptic mind. I used to really think I was ADHD, and I take all the tests. It says yes for ADHD, but the one thing I don't have is the stress of changing things multiple times, of going back and forth and forgetful. Like I can pick up where I left off. So I found this thing on YouTube called the Synoptic Mind, and it explained my brain to a T. about how I'm just really curious and I want to do a lot of things and I switch hobbies a lot, but I don't get mad about it. Like I'm fine with it because I just want to know how to do more stuff. So, what do they have?
I'm working on a Be Kind Witch. I wanted to go and do it outside and it was raining yesterday, so I'm hoping today I can get to this pier where I want to film it.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to be outside when I did this week's, and if it doesn't work out, then I'll do it inside. But yeah, I'm working on it. Be Kind Witch and Distracted and Enchanted.
I hope that's a toy.
Oh, sorry, Draco. What do you got?
I hope it's a toy. Okay.
Oh, no. It's your chili limon bag.
My what? How did she get it?
Where was
It was up on top of the counter.
I will replace it with a toy.
Lord have mercy, these dogs, I'm telling you. We're going to look at getting a basket muzzle for them to wear during the day. I think it's called a basket muzzle. I really don't want to do it, but guys, she's actually chewing like the wall outlets now. So I've got to get her something so she doesn't hurt herself. And I just feel like an asshole for thinking about it, but they say they can still eat and drink with it. So. Yeah, there's no Be Kind Witch yet. It's coming.
I'm working on it. I'm trying to get outside. Get it filmed, son.
Yep. Synoptic Mind. I'm not telling you, the first time I watched it out front on my porch, I cried because like this is my brain. And it feels good when something, you know, makes you feel like you matched it. I really like that.
Oh, wow. Oh, that is so freaking cool. Angelo, I want to watch The Breakfast Club.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
I watched it when I was young, but I did not grasp the themes. So I'd like to, that may have just been me in my mind because
We should watch it.
I have a hard time with video games and cartoons, and maybe that was it. But I'd like to rewatch The Breakfast Club.
We should.
And Pretty in Pink and Goonies.
We did a lot of stuff. Like, I had an amazing psych professor. Well, it wasn't a professor. It was a teacher in 11th grade high school. I had an amazing high school. Learned so much from so many amazing teachers. Like, I can't tell you how glad I am to have been in Chesapeake in my school years because I was set up well and I had a good environment. Now, you know, socially it was awkward. But anyway, all that to say, my teacher, which he actually knows because she actually was the musician lady at the UU that he took me to.
At the Unitarian Universalist Church of Norfolk. And she was freaking cool.
Karen Fletcher at the time. I know it's her name's different now. I can't remember.
Unitarian Universalist is it is just an awesome religion. I will say it is just so, it grasps every religion. It embraces every religion, every concept.
If you feel like you need a meeting place or to get out somewhere where you won't be proselytized to, now every church is different, but a UU is definitely an option.
God, it's amazing.
It's still a little too churchy for me.
Yeah.
But they have indigenous, ours anyway, had indigenous people come up, like just so many amazing things. Buddhism, Taoism. If you are looking for a place where you're like, I need to get out and do something, but church isn't for me, but you find something like a good UU.
It's awesome. Yeah. 2006, 2007, it really, I won't say it saved my life, but it really gave me something to look forward to and a positive experience, and it really helped me, uplifted me up, and I would always recommend a Unitarian Universalist church.
I will tell you, agreed.
Bye, Heron Witch. Be careful. All right, be careful. Have a wonderful day.
Yes, have a wonderful day. Thank you so much.
It was good to see you last week. Hope to see you soon.
Sorry we had to stop.
Make a better effort.
I wasn't contagious then, just for the record, and I'm not really now. But
I'm gonna make a better effort and get out to see y'all more.
But yes, we need to do that.
We miss and love you.
Don't want to risk it, but we need to go to the Labyrinth too. I need to spend more time at the Grove. Period. The Shia. Guys.
Maybe a cigar bar night again or something.
Do you know?
We haven't done that in ages.
Yeah, we can do that too. Do you know that I am new? Y'all know this because we talked about it last week. I'm newly into anime. I watched it when I was a little kid, a little bit, but I was never a big thing. But I finished Edge Runners, which was my first show back in anime after not watching it in 30 years. And I'm like, holy crap, this was amazing. I cried. I had every feeling possible, the Cyberpunk Edge Runners. And now I'm in Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. I can't put it down, but I bring these up because these are amazing insights into psyche to who you are and to how you think. Evaluating how you respond to those type of shows, it's so freaking amazing. But I'll tell you that Full Metal Alchemist, in one, I cried. I'm angry. I felt emotion. It really pulls it out of you. And I really thought it was just going to be a cartoon, you know. But man, the deepness of the discussions and the experiences they go through has incredible value for things like psych classes and things like that. But yeah, it's something. But we gotta watch that again. Yeah, it was, dude, Unexplained, man. I watched an entire season in the airport and on the airplane when I was traveling out Monday, and then all I could do every night is watch 3 or 4 episodes a night because it's like it just dragged you in. There was at one point, I don't know if you remember the characters, but Agent Ross gets killed, and I literally messaged my friend Ben and said, "Holy shit, dude! Why did they kill Ross? Why did they take Ross? This is not cool." Like the next episode, he wasn't, so he was laughing at me because I got so upset, and he was fine. Paranormal. What does Brad is Rook mean?
Brad is. Oh, because I put everyone wanted to watch the movies, and I put my name Brad, and I put Brad as Rook.
I think they know that. We aren't afraid of our real names, by the way. Brad, Brian. Just for the record, it's funny. Okay, but I got what you mean now. So I'm hyper. That's what Kratom does to me. And then the kava makes me more social.
I'm gonna try the Mitra kavas.
They're pretty good. We should order some.
The cans and try them out.
They're not amazing, but they're better than the BBCO ones.
Oh wow! Then like the Orange Dream and all that.
Well, the Orange Dream was really good.
What's the other one? Was it Island Breeze or no? One of them like that, but it's better than those.
Yeah, it's a lot lighter.
Oh sweet, Cowboy Bebop. Oh, what's that?
Cowboy Bebop.
Oh,
I'm gonna mark it down because I'm telling you, if I would have paid attention to these kind of shows as a kid, I'd be very different. It's so good. Intuition. I do want to talk about that too. This was a great conversation about deity we got into, but I wanted to talk about intuition a little bit. People call it your gut feeling. You just, you have a feeling that something's right, and sometimes it's not right. If you haven't really learned to. Sorry, there's talking in the back of this song, and it freaked me out for a minute.
It was weird.
That's what it is.
How can I type her name in there? 819.
I don't even know if y'all can hear the music, but that scared me a little bit because I'm like, oh, who's talking? What's reverberating here? I'm loving it. I am loving it. So, but intuition.
I don't know how to really post it as a link, but
you have to copy it from the location, which we don't have. That's another thing we probably should do is make a we need to make a our exit screen that we used to have.
Yeah, we do need to update that.
Yeah. Oh, that hurts. Oh, that hurts. Ooh. You can get shingles anywhere in your body. Mine just happens to be on my belt line and up my back.
Oh, jeez.
So moving hurts, especially when I have my fat belly hitting against my other part of my leg. Oh, God.
Oh, I know what I want to talk about. You okay? You want me to get you something? Did you take medicine?
Yeah,
we're talking about things we're looking into, and this is totally unrelated, but I think it is related to a ritual, and I have been trying to. We all should take better care of our skin and our face because that's really the first thing people see.
We should. Naturally,
yes. So a natural
not with
way,
Botox.
No, agreed.
Nobody would ever do that. Botox.
So I have been interested in this Korean skincare because have you ever seen? You know how smooth, and I know it's a lot of genetics, but they really do these involved routines, about 6 or 7 steps. And they have what I'm obsessed with. It's called glass face. And it's just freaking amazing. But it's like 6 or 7 steps. It's not a whole bunch to buy everything. It's probably like $100, but
I'll try it. See if you like it.
I'm gonna try. It's amazing.
I want to do more of our
Korean skincare. It's like it it's smooth like glass. It's like mine won't be that way because of
I
acne and
want to
stuff,
do
but you
more
can make it
of our own. Like when
more
we made the
hydrated.
face creams and cold
Yeah.
creams, we need to do
Yeah.
that.
So has anybody ever heard of that Korean beauty care like glass face stuff? And they do all these things. That's called, you use ampules, and a lot of it's based on this double cleansing. So first you do like a oil-based cleanser, and then you do a water-based cleanser, and then you do all these other things. It's really cool. Again, with moisturizer and sunscreen, and then
I love that.
it's really neat.
Carrie, we make it's funny because you remember this. We make our own face washes and toners. I need to make some today. The girl that does his facial, when he went to do it, and she's like, "What do you use?" She's like, "Well, I make my own." So she said, "Well, don't stop using that."
Oh, the one I made.
Remember?
That
Yeah.
we make.
So we also have made cold creams. Problem is they go bad real quick because anytime we try to use a preservative, it gets messed up. We haven't figured out how to use the preservative right. And I want to make some more bar soap.
Yeah, we got to figure out the preservative. I also want to learn. I saw the next craft or thing like that with beauty and home. I want to do is making our own laundry detergent, because you can do it.
Yeah. And
you do, like, it tells you all the steps. I like that stuff, and it may not be something we want to do all the time, but I think it's cool.
I just like Carrie Bear was talking about saying affirmations with your skincare, but also affirmations and intentions when you are creating it is really cool. Like when I put in the Castile soap and I mix my oils, I'm thinking about this face wash will be used in the morning. I want it nice and bright. I'll tell you, my secret ingredient in all of my skincare stuff so far has been saffron oil. It feels so good. So I'm using very little neroli, and now I'm using more saffron. And it doesn't take much. It's nice. But it does go bad quicker. So you don't make it
What's
big
that
of a
last thing Paranormal has? Apollo, Hermes, or who?
I can't see it.
At the top. It's the only
Citri? Is it either Citri or Satiri? Sitri. Citri, if I'm not mistaken, is what's not Polynesian. What is that thing called?
Hermes?
That area?
Citri or Apollo? We'll do a poll.
Citri, yeah.
Your mommy and daddy are greased to granny got holes
I think
on
skincare
things.
is very important, but I think what's important about it is
Glass face.
I'm not a big fan of like shaving skin or doing these peels and things. I'm like, you don't need to peel your skin to make it better. Now, people that want to do like laser stuff and things for scarring, I get that. I can truly understand that. Like, I'm lucky I have had good skin
You've
my
got
whole life.
beautiful skin.
Oily, but I break out a lot like on my nose and stuff, but my skin itself, it just stays smooth. Although I'm starting to see that paper mache on my neck. That you
Actually,
get when you're older.
oily is good. It's when, one of the reason, like with our necks, I didn't know this, we don't have oil glands, so the reason it does get those lines is because there's no oil glands, so it's important to put like a lot of moisturizer. And you mentioned neuromodulators, but did you like Botox? Were you aware that it's also very good medically for preventive care? That when people that use that, they're also preventing like future skin issues, because it's freezing it, or it's causing it so you can't move and literally frown and make wrinkles and stuff. So it's not just, well, I guess it all is vain, but it's also like preventive care for your skin. And also neuromodulators.
Why do you need to prevent wrinkles?
They also help anxiety, because it literally makes it hard for you to frown. So they're also very good anxiety as a.
You're gonna make me put a disclaimer on here that we don't know what we're talking about.
I'm only going from personal experience. Does that make it okay if I say it that way?
Maybe. Okay. Yeah, Kelvin, we were all getting worried.
We were worried. What happened?
I'm glad you're here.
Oh, did he say what happened? Oh, he can't open Facebook and Instagram. Okay.
Yeah.
You had a lot of people were asking after you.
Yeah.
They were asking about you.
So the Demon of Love and War. Oh, that is cool. I'm actually writing a long article. I'm not going to call it a book yet, but I've been writing for many years. I write a lot. Used to be a lot of poetry, but now I'm just kind of writing things to keep track of them, to remember them, and I'm organizing it in kind of like a bookish form. And I'm adding some of my research points to it. So right now I'm working through the deity section. So if you guys And I mean, Green Man, Green Woman are my main two. But I love learning about new deities from other pantheons and all of that stuff. So, but I want to ask about intuition.
It makes me feel good that I have, when I now do my eyebrows, I look like Spock. Think I didn't hear it. So it makes me feel good for that. Just kidding.
Spock was only the one I could remember. There's a different one that looks way better, worse. Don't do it.
I can't do it. Like, they can't see it because they're too far away, but I will show. I'll take a picture on my Facebook.
Be glad, y'all. Be glad.
Put me in a bit of rabbit hole with all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. The eyebrows are creepy. I'm sorry.
Bring you low.
Intuition.
I'm gonna get the whole face. Intuition. So how do you know?
What do you think? How do you know? Like
it's intuition versus like something else. Something like, you know how we can kind of, if you think on something enough, if you want something to be, what's the right word for that? Then it is.
Yeah, I don't know, but it's you're basically creating your own problem.
You create the own problem, or you create the own outcome, or you're driving the.
It's bias, but that's not the word we're looking for. Intuition to me is a fallible human interpretation of something, and I think where we have difficulty is we don't always know where it comes from. I think sometimes it is God and goddess energy talking to us and giving us a nudge. I think sometimes it's hopeful and wishful thinking.
I think when we don't try to figure out what it is and just go with it, I think for me personally, that's what it intuition needs fact checked. When we check and try to morph it, like, oh, but maybe it's not. But like, what feeling do you get instantly?
You're falsifying it yourself.
Yeah, I think that's the intuition part, and then I think we expand on it sometimes, right?
We embellish it as humans.
Embellish it, yeah.
So yeah, for sure. But I've always thought of intuition as something you should listen to. Like, you should listen to your intuition. You should know that it's there, but you have to work with it enough to understand what it really is, does, and how it interacts and works for you. You know.
And then what would you call, to me, I think this is different. So there's intuition, and then I've had dreams, a couple that have actually came true. I don't think that's intuition. What would you call that? A form of divination, subconscious? But it is your body telling you, or your mind, right? Connected to something.
I mean, I think all of those energies are connected to the same thing. Ultimately, it's like, if you think of it like an Akashic record type thing, like we're all connected. You know, universe, mental, blah blah blah, all that stuff. Subconscious pattern recognition, exactly. So it can be all of these things. So that's why I think it needs to be fact checked. Yes, you should go with the initial. Yeah. Ooh, I shouldn't. I don't know. If you have a hesitation about something, for example, you should hesitate for a minute.
Pay attention to it.
But if you hesitate and you can never do the thing, but you know it needs to be done, that's different. That's something else.
And I think now we're less. I think before we're
less connected.
We were always tuned into that, so so we didn't really recognize that it was anything different to me. Agreed. But like now we have so many things to distract and interrupt us, like to come in the way of that.
Well, and we are so much more good. We're so much better. So much more good. We are so much better with lying to ourselves, self-deceit, and I don't want to see that as like a terrible, mean thing, because I think we just all do it, but we deceive ourselves a lot, and we have lost the ability to discern that clearly and perseverate on things that don't need perseverated on. Mm-hmm. So intuition is great, but I think it's something you have to hone. It's just like Matt Oren talks about developing your psychicness.
Yeah.
You can develop it, and I believe that. Same thing with your intuition. Also, same thing with your academia. You can engage it. When you work with deities more, guess what? You understand the energy more. When you all this stuff is a possibility. So I think that's, to me, is where it gets kind of weird.
Kelvin, do you mind me asking if it's like an ALF, assisted living, or another like center or independent living?
Yeah, that'd be interesting, because I'm just gonna put it out there. I manage 66 assisted livings now. 64 of them are memory care only. I only have a couple that are not memory care in Illinois, Texas, Wisconsin, and then a couple in Michigan and Florida. The rest are all memory care.
And I operate a nursing home. I manage a nursing home here in Florida, in Naples. I'm an
I used to.
administrator, so I know that if you need anything ever, you just reach out to me.
I don't know though. I will say this: if it is to an assisted living or actually any facility, that's I think that's good.
That's awesome.
Feels like that's progress. So congratulations. I hope you feel that way. If you don't,
Cheers.
hey,
What are y'all doing?
she's eating the stupid
Leave it. You know you're not supposed to do that.
nightlight. Is what it is over there.
Now sit down.
Yeah, she had the nightlight in her mouth.
Sit down.
These dogs, y'all.
They're demons.
Yeah, I've been a nursing home manager, director of nursing, and a regional and divisional and director consultant for the last 20 years. That's my job. I just recently switched, doing the same thing but for assisted living and memory care dementia.
Paranormal. Let's open up one day a center for pagan and
Veterans.
magical people.
Ooh.
And veterans, but veterans and magical peeps.
You know what we got? Oh,
The disenfranchised and LGBT.
we got pagan added to the list of religions for our EHR at work. That was neat. Pagan instead of just other. Like, pagan is recognized by the military. It needs to be recognized by
That's nice.
our communities because we get pagan people.
Ironically, what is it?
Love to the puppies. Yes, thank you.
Oh, God, thank you.
We get to pick Tina up today. I'm so excited that she made it through the surgery well.
Yeah,
She's a good
eating,
dog.
And she's gonna have to be isolated because she can't be getting stuff messed with. She has an incision. I don't know if it's a Y incision, but it's probably just down here. Abdominal incision, I imagine. Little baby.
Mm-hmm. Anything else on intuition, guys, before we move on? I'm going to go ahead and say the word tarot. We're going to do some tarot cards. So if you guys want to read, you'll get a general unless you say otherwise. We'll put you in here and get some cards. I'm going to be using the Cyberpunk deck today and share a couple of things about the two Cyberpunk decks that I have.
You know, and oddly about the altar, two things that I don't really use on my altar. One is an athame and two is the wand. I haven't used those two in a long time. I don't know. I haven't spent time on an altar. I actually need to make a new one for Black Rose, but yeah. The general, paranormal, witch. What do I want to use today? I feel like those fairy blessings were too foo-foo.
So
Go find it
far, we have Twisted, Kelvin, Behootless, and Paranormal. Paranormal. You like that? Oh, you don't have to do that, but that's sweet. Paranormal. Ohio. Yeah, I have a lot in Ohio. I have some Cincinnati, Akron, Cleveland, which I think was where you were. It was not in Cleveland, but those particular ones are memory care only. So I wouldn't see you, but that's still cool. I love Small World. So I'm going to decide whether I want to use which deck I want to use, but I've chosen these two. I want you guys to see the case. It's not a great representation, but that is supposed to be a shard, like the one from Cyberpunk 2077. They didn't do a perfect job because they had to shorten it, but that's what it looks like. So these are unapproved decks, so they're not endorsed by Cyberpunk, the game, or CD Projekt Red. But they do have the major arcana from the game, and then they have the minor arcanas made up. Now this other one, same thing, but this one is actually more true to the actual game itself. So this is a different deck, but this is still a Cyberpunk 2077 deck, not official, but these are more true to the ones that you see in game. And it is the major arcana with the 4 kings, and that's it.
All right.
So this is true to the Cyberpunk game. They match what's in the game, and it's the all the major arcana plus the 4 kings. I'm not going to use this deck. I'm actually going to use the other one because it is a full deck. It has the same major arcana and the 4 kings, but they're different perspectives, so they don't match specifically, but they are the same images. They've just been adjusted to probably beat out copyright. But it's a full deck, so I'm going to use that one.
And I am using the Earth, Moon, and Shadow Oracle.
Now, Cyberpunk 2077 does have a TCG, a trading card game coming out soon.
Ooh.
So that's going to be cool.
Nicola Shanana.
I am on the backer kit already. Thanks, Care Bear. Have a good one. We appreciate you for stopping in. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a good week.
Have a good week.
Who got?
Cyberpunk. They are both from Etsy. This is the only place I've been able to find cards that match correctly is Etsy. I can get the link for you though. I still have it in my shop thing.
I really want to get that book that I was telling you about. I saw on Facebook that mental manifestations, imagery of mental disorders and things. It looks really cool. It's a black and white book.
The guy that does the sketches.
There's like 3 volumes.
He's like, I decided to write down what they look like.
Yeah.
Or draw what they look like.
Who's first, Twisted?
On Etsy, I think I just searched for Cyberpunk 2077 deck. And this one came up. That's the back of it. And the cards that they made up for the rest of it are really good. Like they actually did a really good job.
Well, that is for you to find, Paranormal. You would be a good teacher. Based on your blogs, you will find what you want to teach them. Yep. You already are a teacher. So I think that you'll find out what you want to advance. Or how that's going to change and develop.
Twisted, you're up first.
Twisted.
As soon as I said her name, I got a jumper.
Twisted.
Ooh.
Twisted Chaos.
Cleveland
rocks. Cleveland rocks.
Cleveland, yeah. I have some. I have locations in Cleveland. But like I said, they're all memory care.
All right.
So they wouldn't be appropriate. But
what's going on here?
Twisted Chaos. We'll have to talk about that paranormal too. Just want to see Twisted say hi in chat and make sure she's present. Hootless, I stopped counting at 450. I've ordered a few since then, and that's 450 different types of decks. And that is including the -3 that the dogs ate. All right, Twisted, this is a 7 of Swords. So as you can see, and maybe guess by this card, it is not one of the happiest cards in the deck. But it's really talking about a unfortunate loss or something that is slipping out of the grasp of your fingers. And it's a reminder or an idea that you need to let it go. So there's something, nothing huge. This isn't a big worldly thing. It's a little thing. There's something that you need to look at and let go of. That's cute, Paranormal. We hit 450 a while ago. It's different decks. And I will talk about them in a minute.
It's insane.
So I even agreed to put a bunch of them away. I'll bring them all back out. That's a great idea. Thanks.
No, I didn't say that.
So 7 of Swords is swords are all about opportunities anyway. They're about things that can be tough or difficult. But we have to pay attention to their message. And the message here is, as you walk away, as you're pulling away, and oftentimes from somebody causing you a trouble, like somebody might have stolen from you or taken from you. This is you letting go of those things that were taking, moving on, and coming back to yourself later. But this is not the good part of that process. We're still in a really rough spot as it relates to whatever this actual issue is. So generally it's just let it go. But the deepness of it is, you have to move on and you're going to leave behind some of those things. You can see those swords in the background. He's leaving them behind. Like, they're used. I gotta go. I gotta walk away from it, or lest I become part of the flames.
And I pulled for you Blood Moon. It's beginnings, endings, clean slates. And so immediately this speaks to me and just says honor and pay attention to boundaries this week. Or in the near future, boundaries. Whether it's your own boundaries, boundaries put upon you by others, what you allow into your mind, whatever. It's about boundaries. Beginnings, endings, and clean slates.
I like it. Yes, so Hula is very traditionally, you will see a deception, especially self-deception, and especially if it's with the devil card, it would be a self-deception and lying to yourself, not being able to move forward. So yeah, very good for a traditional reading. 6 is kind of like deception too, but the 6 is like it's happening, like your people are coming for you right now and they're taking stuff right under your nose. The 7 to me is about what happens right after that. They've taken the stuff from you, there's nothing you can do about it. Now, of course, other cards will change a meaning, but yeah, all of the swords are generally going to be something that's rough, difficult part, or something that you need to make a decision on, or there's an opportunity for growth or change, and they're considered difficult. I want to answer your question, Hulas. Do I use all 200 decks? I have. I usually have 3 main decks. There's one deck that I use and will always use, I think, right now for my personal self, and that is my Steampunk by Barbara Moore and Ali Fell. It's been my favorite since the day it came out. I was one of the first purchasers. I have like 5 copies of it. I have little copies of it so that they never get messed up. And that's my main deck. And then I really use the Tarot of Neofiction a lot lately. So like I'll have a secondary deck that I start using a lot, and they kind of rotate out. But mostly when I do a private read for somebody over Discord, because that's how I do my private reads generally, and I know who it is, I generally will go select a deck that specifically talks to me for that person. Because I don't know, some decks just don't work for me at all. I just like the imagery, so I don't really use them. But there are multiple steampunks too, by the way. There is a steampunk by Christopher Hughes that's really good, but it's very different. The steampunk I use is the one by Barbara Moore and Ali Fell, and I use it for all of my personal reads usually. And then if I'm reading somebody else, I'll often use it. But Kelvin, you're up. And Twisted, yes, there are some boundaries that are necessary.
Kelvin. Do you care if I go for him?
Yeah, you can go.
So Kelvin, for you from the Shadow Oracle deck, I have pulled Awakening, Epiphany, Enlightenment, Higher Calling. And what I immediately got from this is like the Higher Calling, and what I'm studying right now is one of our souls called Holy Daemon. It's your higher calling. It's your holy self, your higher self, your God self. And to me, this is telling me to listen to that. You might want to meditate shortly or ground this week and try to imagine like your mundane things and spiritual ideas are combining with your higher self, and see where that helps you, if it helps to see more of that awakening or an epiphany this week. I don't know. That makes a sense. It's coming.
From the Cyberpunk deck, we pulled the 9 of Swords. So we're in a swords mode today. Swords are very aligned with air for me. Some people do it with fire, but for me, they're air. Which means they are curt, they are specific, they are things that carry messages. And the 9 of Swords generally says things didn't go very well. Something is not making you happy. It's not good. Like it's really stressful. It's pushing you down. It's very disappointing. It's very it's not going the way it needs to go. It's really difficult. The only thing I can say good about the 9 of Swords though is that after the 9 of Swords is the 10, which is failure. So you got to get out of this mind funk, or this thing that is causing you stress, you got to get away from it. You got to let it go. So that's really the focus of what we do. Kelvin, this is you, sir. So the Nine of Swords, in the image, I don't know if you guys can see it very well, but he's got his face in his hands, and these swords are in the background. And again, we're going to talk traditionally speaking first. It's the failure that's coming. Like, you know it's coming, and you're very stressed out. And you're just like, how did I get here? Why are things not going well for me in this? This is really rough. And that's what the Nine of Swords really is. It's like, I need to really work through this, and find a way out of it, because it's really not going to end well for you. Good thing again about this is having knowledge. You already know what this is. There's something that's not working out for you that you've got to stop or get away from or move from. These aren't bad cards. No cards to me are bad. They're just reminders of, something that needs to be done. And the other thing about swords is they're always about actually doing something, communicating something, changing something, or making something alter. So I don't know what that means for you, but I feel the extra explanation for the Nine of Swords is important, because it's not a bad thing per se. It's something that we need. So up next is Hootless, Mr. Be Hootless. Kelvin, you might have to speed backwards a little bit in the video to catch the whole thing. I think we might have started there without you, sir. Oh, we zoomed right in.
Bring you love.
I'd say the last probably 7 minutes is probably you.
Yeah. Hooty 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 hoo. That's a cool card.
The good thing about the live is you can back up a little bit. But Hootless.
I, for Hootless, pulled Wolf Moon, Restoration, Incubation, and Growth. And so for me, it feels like we were near a full moon, didn't we?
Yeah, we have a full moon
around this time.
Yesterday.
I've been seeing it. So
yesterday at 1 technically.
1 p.m. or 8
yeah.
p.m. So this week I would to this is just telling me to kind of take it all in. Don't get real excited or real hyper about hyper focused. It's not about really working to do something or complete something this week. It's more about just breathing, doing some self-care, just relaxing, and being kind of like calm and still, quiet. And there's going to be something in that this week if you're a little quiet, calm, and just kind of taking in what's around you. I feel like is what it's saying. Restoration, incubation. So maybe this week try to breathe a little.
Well, this is going to go along very well with the Four of Pentacles.
Make it twisted.
The Four of Pentacles keyword traditional is going to be the miser card, the saving card. So what you want to do when the Four of Pentacles comes up is hold on to stuff. It's a good moment to don't spend a lot of money. Maybe put more in your savings than you normally do. Hang on to some things. Build a little bit of wealth in some way, shape, or form that's connected to this other card that Rook pulled. But the Four of Pentacles literally is the miser card. It's I'm keeping on my money. Some people take it to mean you're holding on too hard. I'm not taking it that way in this case because of the card that Rook pulled. I'm taking it as you need to pull it in. You need to hold it. It doesn't have to be money. It's usually physical, something physical, possession-wise, like earthly, that you need to hang on to and keep track of. So just try really hard to, the next week or two, what's in your life right now, to kind of hang on to it a little more than normal, like pull it in a little bit closer, maybe spend a little bit less, buy a little bit less, to stay just a little bit more inside. There's a need to pull it in a little bit. So traditionally, you're going to see the miser card. It's the guy's holding on to all his money. He won't give anything out, but I don't always see it that way.
I like it that I put our normals. Thank you. I like this deck too.
And sorry, Kelvin,
Twisted
that you're dealing with the asshole.
Yeah.
Or asshole
Excuse
people, because
me.
they're everywhere. and it's
Gonna
spreading.
Clear the cars,
The nicest people I've met, honestly, have been left-hand path at this point.
They really are.
And y'all know, y'all probably think Adius is really nice. I don't know if you would use that term to describe Adius as a Baphometist. I don't know what you call it. Left-hand path. But he's actually really nice. Like,
And a lot of fun to play video games with.
yeah, we need to do that again. But y'all thought I was gonna say something mean, didn't you? But like, really, like he gives
I
off,
don't
he
think
gives
so.
the little persona sometimes.
Create a new persona.
Dude's
Sometimes I like to
super
hide in
sweet.
the shadows.
He's actually a very nice guy. What?
He's very
No.
nice. Paranormal!
Paranormal's up.
Booty hoo!
Oh, this is your card. Ooh. Look who showed up for Paranormal.
Ooh, it's beautiful.
It's the devil. Now, for those of you that know the Cyberpunk
Lucifer.
Tarot, the game, this is the tarot, but it is a different perspective of that actual card. The real one is in the other deck, but it's very cool. What you don't know is that this devil is Maelstrom. So this is one of the gangs that's in the game, and it's my most hated gang, Maelstrom. They have changed themselves so much that they don't even look human anymore. So in this instance, with this deck, the devil speaks differently. He's saying, let's be very careful and make sure that we are not changing ourselves to be something that we're not. Really hang on to what you are and who you are, and don't let anybody come in and try to make you change it to do something or look differently. Devil is a great card because people especially God-fearing people, get really scared about the devil. What I think they tend to forget is every entity and being, in my opinion, has a message and a meaning and a purpose. And the devil can oftentimes be us. The traditional for me is break the chains that bind you, but you're the one that put the chains there. It's yourself that you have to overcome. So in this case, I'm going to go back to earlier when you said, I'm not a teacher. You most certainly are a teacher. But if you say you're not a teacher, guess what? Your psyche is going to say you're not a teacher. If you are feeling like you want to teach something and you want to do something, guess what? You are that thing. You will say you are that thing, and you will go do that thing. He represents transformation, absolutely. He also represents the ability to get addicted to that transformation, so you have to be able to walk away from it. Once you transform into what you want to be, make sure you want to be it first. That's the devil from Cyberpunk.
And I pulled for you Ocean Tides, individuality, strength, and formlessness.
Individuality.
Literally go with what you feel, what makes you happy. What do you want to do? You want to do your vlogs, for instance, get it fired back up going. I know you have, but it's literally not worrying about trying to form yourself or fit in. It's just about doing what you want to do. Be an individual. Truly, truly, truly. So whatever that can mean this week, whether there's something going on at work you don't agree with or personal, just do what you want. Do what you think.
Do what you want to do.
What you baby, do what you want, baby.
All right, did we miss anybody? That's a small number this time, only 4, but I know there's a lot of people doing stuff.
They're Beltaning. They're humping.
Beltaning. Yeah, we're gonna do some Beltane stuff today too.
It could be humping.
Take some of our stuff with us to the park. I don't even care if it's raining. We'll get under one of the things and see what's there.
Agreed. I really want to get to that park. I feel like I need to do these videos.
Yeah.
And I don't get that feeling often, so I want to honor it.
Unexplained. How do we forget Unexplained?
Oh, did we forget Unexplained?
We didn't forget. We just saved the best for last.
That cannot be. We will not forget.
No, we're using we use your tarot, and you're the one that gets missed off the lot. How did I miss that?
Mm-hmm.
You need to start taking care of that.
What? Okay, I will.
Making sure I don't miss anybody.
The heat. All right.
I've been missing people a lot lately.
And Dragon. Did we forget Dragon? Oh, we got it.
I never had you guys on the list, so I must have missed them in the actual
chat. We'll fix
chat.
that right now.
Does anybody know of a way in YouTube to do like an actual poll that would get it? Because I think we're just missing it in between conversation.
Yeah.
Because I see it now going back up here, but
Unexplained.
Yeah, I just didn't even see him.
Unexplained. What does he need?
So, okay, so we got Unexplained and Dragon. We got you both. But yeah, if anybody knows how to do it like a real poll, that would be really cool because
I connect with 8:29 a.m. Unexplained's time.
8:29 is the date I was born.
And it's the time that Unexplained is in right now. We are in the future. So we are connecting with him at 8:29.
Unexplained.
What is it tonight? Ooh,
All right, so Brad's gonna have to learn how to do that. Brad,
what?
Paranormal said that yes, you can get YouTube to do a poll. We have to figure that out. I know how to do it in Twitch, like with Streamlabs and all that stuff, but
I want to do it with my video I put out. That's a good way to get feedback.
it'll probably be different in live, but we definitely need to do that. If we can do it in the chat, that'll be the thing we have to figure out. So. Yeah, because I need to be able to pull that out because I keep missing stuff.
So for you, Unexplained, I get the chameleon, adaptability, shape shifting, and conformity. And what this is telling me is not to change who you are, what you believe, all of what you're doing, but don't be so. It's kind of the opposite of paranormals. Don't be so out there with like forcing your thing, like this is what it is, this is what it is, I'm right. Sometimes you have to mute it a little bit, not change it, to just move something along. So I'm not saying change your views or your stance on something necessarily, but you're gonna have to kind of mute it a little bit or reformat it to get something forward soon. That's what I'm getting out of this. The chameleon. The chameleon will serve you well, my friend.
So the chameleon goes very well with the Four of Swords. In the Four of Swords, the general idea is rest, recuperation, regeneration. The Four of Swords happen right after a very difficult situation. And it really makes it frustrating and maybe something happened. You're just like, I need a minute. So this is the cigarette break kind of card, right? But a little bit longer. We need to get out. We need to get away from something, but you have to recuperate and allow yourself to regenerate. And that's physical, that's thoughts. Now, this card specifically is about air and your thoughts and things that are going on. I have a lighter up here that I hide from you.
I don't smoke. Sometimes I need to smoke.
I put my hidden lighter back up.
Be less stubborn and adapt and take a break from the stress.
Yes. In this particular one, there's a couple of symbols in here that are neat. The lightning, the rain, and the suit of armor. He's laying down in his suit of armor. You need to take your suit of armor off to get things to work the way you need them to. So when you rest, when you have a thing going on, you got to take it off. Take off all the extra stuff. Have everything let go. And adapt is a great word. Flow. Go with the flow a little bit more. But you really need to leave yourself for a minute so that you can kind of rest and recuperate.
Fuck.
Well, that can be done too. I don't get that out of the four necessarily. I'm shocked.
Funny because I sleep in layers.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
That is funny. Dragon.
Dragon is a queen. QD, Queen Dragon. QDA, Queen Dragon Alchemist. Alchemist. Alchemist.
I am
Alchemist.
loving me that
QD
Full Metal
Dragon.
Alchemist, by the way.
What? Dragon!
Two of Wands. All right, so Two of Wands is a really cool card, Dragon.
I like these cards.
Yeah, they're neat. These are the ones that are part of the 2077 deck, but they're not part of the actual show. These actually somebody had to make differently, which they don't necessarily exist in the life in the game. But Two of Wands is cool, right? So Two of Wands is an idea of two things. One is getting together with other people. You need some groupness to you. You need some to up your fire game at the moment. And you need to take a survey. You need to take a view of the land. You need to take stock of what's happening and going on in your area. A lot of times, the dogs just make noise. Oh, that's somebody else's dog, neighbors. Sometimes the Two of Wands is like this. Okay, we're getting ready to go out and do something really, really important. But before we do, we have to take a lay of the land. We need to survey, see how far away it is, see what we need to go with us, kind of do some preparations and things like that. But more than anything, it's fire. Yielding your fire, walking with your fire, bringing in more fire into your energy. There is this idea in the twos, for me, that's different from most. One is all about the self. Two is all about you and yourself together, recognizing who you are. So for me, the two is like talking to yourself almost and communicating with yourself back and forth so that you can see something from a different perspective. I don't know if that makes any sense. It's hard to explain. I think I've talked about it before. The two is really the awareness of yourself for me in many cases. So in a nutshell, pull in some more fire energy. You've I don't know if you've been neglecting it maybe a little bit, but you need to yank it in and fire it up a little bit. Turn up the fire.
I found an old style oil lamp in the woods. All right.
Ooh, does it work?
Dragon.
I'd love if it worked.
All right, Miss Dragon. I pulled for you the underworld, the shadow realm, reincarnation. And to me, it's about doing something new this week. Those skulls are wrapped or tangled and on top of this beautiful lady's hair. And so it's about doing something, do something new. Go with a new idea. It's creativity. Let the brainstorms spark something new for you to work on, a new project, a new passion this week.
A new fire project.
A new fire project from the underworld. I love that card. I think it's really pretty. I don't know if you can see her.
It is pretty.
She's pretty. See those skulls up in her hair?
Her hair?
Her hair. She's beautiful. It just got titties like pushed up. Oh no, those are arms. Never mind. I thought they were titties.
I don't know what's wrong with you. We are going to work on getting a closing again, which
yes.
Rook's been doing a great job kind of sprucing up some of our stuff.
Learning and new content, but we need to do that for all of you. So, of course, I can find you, but not just Discords. Please, if you're on YouTube or Instagram or Twitter or whatever it is, let us know so we can include you in our screen.
Yeah.
Your socials. And that means if you communicate those to me, that means you give permission.
Yep, I think we're going to make a list of them and we'll rotate them each week.
Yeah. We used to do it. That's my favorite part, really, is next to the conversations to share what everybody else is doing, or a way for y'all to find out what everybody's doing.
Yeah, we really do. We talked about it before. Our goal has never been to get views or to get more followers, because that's just not the purpose. The purpose of this is to spend time with you guys. But yeah, we do like sharing and we love to see new people in. So we are pushing to grow a little bit, to kind of bring other people's ideas and thoughts in. So please share, comment. We're trying to do better at commenting and responding and putting out a little bit more stuff. We might even remaster some of our old videos.
And yes, well, it's not the main goal. It doesn't hurt to subscribe, to like, to share, hit the bell for notifications.
Really?
But
he went full in for it. I was trying to like ease it in. He just.
Well, I don't want to think of like, well, maybe they don't want us to.
We definitely want to share and get bigger, but that's never the goal.
Yeah,
I just enjoyed doing it.
It's still the same way when we started this. It was to get together and connect with people. Back then, we set this up for COVID because we couldn't get together with our local group. And through this, we met so many awesome people, near and far, and we just want to keep that up.
Yeah, and I will tell you guys, like when I go to YouTube and see how many videos we actually have in there, we're going to reorganize our videos. Yeah. I've never been really great at that stuff. I tend to over-organize stuff, so there's so many. But I did not know this. We have like almost 250 videos. Like insane. Like I had no idea that there was that many out there. So yeah, we're gonna try to make them a little bit better. And we're upping our game a little bit. We've got a little bit more tools in our toolbox. We've got, yes, some AI stuff that we're using that's been very helpful. So we're going to use our tools. We're going to be honest with what it is. Like, I'm putting together some AI music that we're going to use.
Yeah.
So I'm excited about that. Because it is helpful. If there's anything specific that you guys want to see or talk about, let us know.
We must get together. Be Hootless. That would be great. We love to meet up.
Yeah, we were
chat
literally,
in person.
literally, we're talking about
sure.
like, when are we gonna actually meet up and go somewhere? Because like, we'll come up there too.
Yeah, we'll drive closer. He was telling me that you had the same issue with one of the places down here with TB, Twin Broomsticks, being closed, and that is just unacceptable. I'll never go back there, unfortunately.
Yep. When you drive all the way to a place and it's closed,
you drive that far, and
yeah,
they don't post on their socials.
They don't post it. They don't say anything. Yeah, that's a problem.
But I will go to Sincerely Me because they always do post their stuff.
They didn't once, and they made up for it.
They did make up for it.
Yeah. I went nuts.
But yes, we'll check you out. We'll meet up for sure.
We're game to even beforehand on the weekend. Just
even
we got to
before,
find
like if
one
there's
that works.
a Saturday,
yeah, just
works
let us
for you,
know.
we can. That'd be cool. Meet up.
I can't do it right now, obviously, with shingles, but I want to. I mean, I know I'm not contagious. I'm a nurse. I know exactly how to make sure nothing gets spread, but I still not doing it. Yeah, well, we drove all the way down there to Twin Broomsticks, and they were closed, but there was no indication that they were closed. We're like, really? We drove all this way? It's not. I mean, it's 40. Oh no!
Put it on your fucking Facebook, man.
Yeah, write it somewhere.
Yeah.
May 30th is a good day. That's my mother's birthday.
My mom will be here, maybe. So.
Ooh, let's take her up with us to one.
Yeah, I'll see what she wants to do. See, and if that changed, that day may change.
So Brad's mom's here that week.
So we'll see. Maybe we can.
But she
loves Kava. She
does.
And she's on. So let me know, Mama.
Oh, she's still on? I didn't say anything mean or bad.
Would you ever?
No.
You know she's gonna want to go there. That'll tell me if she's on.
Yeah, we'll see.
You know she's gonna want to go there.
Nah, she's super fun. Like, we go out and she loves the bar, the Kava and Kratom. So, you know, we've introduced quite a few people to it.
They like her better than me, I think, sometimes.
Oh yeah, they ask all the time, when's your mom coming back?
When's your mom's coming? Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah, that'd be so
yeah, Discord is actually where I respond the most out of everything so far. But I'll shoot my number over to you too. So
yeah. Oh yeah, Twisted Chaos did meet her last time.
Yeah.
Oh, and
I really want to go to.
Sarah said hi and she wants to see her.
Oh yeah, I really want to go to the Spookeasy again. It's been a while. If you haven't been there, it's in Ybor City.
Yeah,
that's a good one. But local haunts, if you want to come down here and we hit a couple and do some locals and do a little bar hop, you've got like 4 in one little area we can hit within 10 minutes of each other.
It's probably 12.
Probably, yeah.
10-mile radius around us.
Yeah.
If not more. And then if you expand it like 20 or 25 miles, there's like probably 20.
That's true for anybody who's down here in Florida, or if you come to Florida. You guys ever want to hang out? We're pretty easy. We just do it. Like, and the reason we haven't yet Hootless is because we think about it at Saturday night at 9 o'clock. So, well, it's too late now.
Sweet.
We just don't think of it.
Tampa.
Yeah.
All right. And I will work on the Be Kind Witch today, the Distracted and Enchanted.
We're doing another encyclopedia.
Ink,
Ash, and Witchcraft.
And soon you're going to see a video posted from us every week. Ink, Ash, and Witchcraft, Kabbalion.
And Rook is going to be the one that has to actually post them on Wednesdays.
And if you like it,
Bradenton, yeah.
And if you like it, we can do Distracted and Enchanted on a monthly basis. But it's all about what you guys are into.
Yep.
So, all right. I'm gonna get ready to go get Tina.
Yep, we gotta go pick up our girl.
Tina everywhere.
All right, we need to stop before we go. We need to stop and get her a new bed that's clean.
Okay.
We'll wash the other one and reuse them for the dogs, but I want to get her something fresh.
She's gonna have.
And we gotta go bleach that room real quick. So
yeah, her incision.
We're gonna do that, and thank you guys for joining. It's been great as always. This is my highlight of the week out of everything we do. So we're really glad you came in. If I feel like it enough, we might do some tarot tonight like we did before.
That'd be fun. Be safe. Have a good week. Be kind, witch. Most of the time. And look for new stuff coming.
Yeah. I need to grow my tarot collection by a few more. unexplained.
And I'm trying to get him to do the Taro days again, so we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes.
Now that I'm up on my editing and he do basic editing, he was having to do everything, film it and edit, but now maybe he will since I can do the editing part.
Yes, that will be a huge help.
All right.
So, thank you again.
Have a great week.
Deuces, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.